Good evening, Kenyans. Today has been a day of mourning, and in the other end, a day of an advancement, depending with what we've had today. Down there at Query, we've heard very well that some dead bodies have been recovered. And this comes after we were promised very well as the people of the Republic of Kenya that there will be no more deaths and there will be no more people found mischievous. As a concerned Kenyan, I would like the President of the Republic of Kenya, President Ruto, to define what he meant by the so-called no more deaths to be found. It is very sad to hear about 9 bodies in the Query. The only question we ask, number one, what are the ages of these people? 2, where was the intelligence that are paid by the Kenyan taxes? Where is the DCI? Where was the normal police? And when were they found there? Postmortem be also done in an open and transparent way. Mr. President, this happens just a day after you dissolved your cabinet. Actually, we do not take it as an achievement in the Republic of Kenya. This thing had taken place before then in 2005 when President Kibaki dissolved his cabinet. The only thing we are demanding one more time, Mr. President, is that you try to advise the rest of the people to do the necessary. The people we are talking about are the members of parliament. The only good news today is about the resignation of Japheth Koome, just after the dissolution of our cabinet. After this point, Mr. President, we'd like us to look unto our National Assembly, dissolve it, because we will not trust our National Assembly with the new cabinet secretaries that will be appointed by yourself. A very, very parliament that kept us on the streets for 2 weeks as we were telling them it is this and that. This bill is draconian. This bill has got serious damages to the people of Kenya. And they never heard of anything that the Kenyans were telling them. Mr. President, there is something that is being said all through that you resign. I want to remind Kenyans that if President Ruto resigns today, we are going to remain with the worst of all. Number one, I want you to resign gradually, because I'm sure you're on your way to the resignation. Mr. President, if you resign as I'm talking now, I know Kenyans will have the worst of all, because we are a country governed by the rule of law. The Constitution stipulates instead that if you resign today, then your deputy should take part of the rest of the time. That will be very, very sad day for Kenyans, because the very, very person we'll be left with had told us that this is a company with shareholding capacity. The only thing I would like you to do, Mr. President, go hand in hand. Yesterday, it was the cabinet. Today, the Inspector General Kohome resigned. Your Excellency, the following day we want to hear that you've dissolved the parliament. When you are still the president, people you work with are not better than yourself. In fact, you are better than all of them. After finishing everything, go directly to PS position. The PS position in our country holds 27 people who speaks 2 languages, of which 19 speak 1 language, 8 people speaks the other 1 language. That is not the face of Kenya, Mr. President. After resurfacing all these points, and you've already dissolved the parliament, do for Kenyans only one duty that will make myself love you. Give a very naughty address to the country, that you realized where we went wrong, you realized where the rain started beating Kenyans, but now you've already cleaned the government. And after cleaning it, you've taken the highest responsibility as a patriotic Kenyan, a loving kind of person to Kenyans, to resign and dissolve the entire government so that the people of the Republic of Kenya gets back to the ballot to choose from MCS to the president. Mr. President, if you do exactly that, I will love you and be proud of you. Mr. President, if you resign today, you will have sorted out Kenya. No leader under the sun of Kenya will be voted and joke with Kenyan minds. No leader will ever joke with Kenyan mind. Any leader will always try to work at the best interest of the people, not at the best interest of their own wishes. Mr. President, this advice was free. Thank you, Ken.